being normal isn't normal anymore. It seems like everybody on TikTok and Instagram are becoming millionaires in their 20s, and we, yes, we, as in me and you, are falling behind. But is it really that bad to be an average Joe? So first of all, we need to understand what being normal is, because it seems like everyone's got their own side hustles going on. Everyone's trying to resell things and start their own Fortune 500 company off of TikTok, and it's gotten so bad to the point where even children are trying to resell BS on TikTok.
I'm gonna show you how to make your first band as a 12-year-old. First thing you want to do is get in contact with my cologne supplier and purchase a cologne. But the craziest thing is these colognes come with receipts. And once you get the cologne on hand, list it on marketplace apps. And within a few days, you should get your first sale.
Hey, you know what? Call this a hot take if you want. I don't think 12-year-olds should be worrying about how much money they're making from their reselling perfume business. Like, that should not be a top priority for a 12-year-old. Also, who's gonna take this kid seriously? If a 12-year-old is being like, hey man, if you want to make money, you gotta do this, I'm beating the shit out of that kid. What the fuck? Fine, I might not beat him up, but I'm not gonna take him seriously at the bare minimum. Alrighty, I'm here from the future to say that I did not plan a segue to the next topic. I sort of just hard pivoted, so I'm putting this here as a sort of segue. Anyways, subscribe. Back in the day, people dreamed of owning a house and having a stable job with a nice family. Now everyone's like, forget the 9 to 5, go chase your dreams. And that started a very unhealthy culture around obsessing over your dreams and you have to succeed no matter what sort of mindset. People are becoming obsessed with things that they want to do in life, and they're acting like that's a good thing. Now don't get me wrong, I love it when these videos show up on my For You page once in a while. 1, I don't want this to become my algorithm. 2, if you want this to become your algorithm, just hop off TikTok and do what the video is saying. There's so many people in the comments like, I'm claiming this positive energy. Shut up, go get up, get off your ass and go do something then. If you really want to lock in life, get off of TikTok instead of sitting in the comments, oh, algorithm, I want this to be on my algorithm. Anyways, obsession. An obsession is a persistent, unwanted, and often unreasonable preoccupation with a specific idea, desire, image, or feeling that dominates a person's thoughts. It frequently causes anxiety, intruding into consciousness, and driving repetitive, compulsive behavior or irrational, intense focus on a particular subject. And that second part is the important part. Causes anxiety, compulsive behaviors, irrational, intense focus, because people on TikTok are farming this idea of being obsessed with your goals. You know, you can't do anything in life without being completely obsessed with it. And then they make these kinds of videos where it's just celebrities talking and it's like, oh well, you have to lock in because they're saying you have to lock in.
You know what's crazy? You know you could be the one if you really wanted to, right? You know that, right? But see, you keep playing the what if game. What if it don't work out this? What if it don't work out that? Nigga, what if it do? What if it do work out?
Or videos where it's just random pictures that look straight off of like Pinterest or something, and it's like, be obsessed with your goals or some bullshit like that. And can I just say that these kinds of videos, there's just something about them that rub me the wrong way. First of all, they always have a laptop. They're always working on a laptop. It just seems really performative to me. Like, they're just sitting there fucking typing away, literally on ChatGPT. I swear that he's using some sort of AI. And you know, he just records this like random ass B-roll and just calls it a day. Like, it just feels performative to me. But you know what? These videos aren't completely terrible. I mean, they might inspire you to get up off your ass and go do something productive with your life. But the issue is going from that 0 to 100 is a big issue. You know, that's not a sustainable thing for someone to do. Like, that's just not how it works. I didn't get into the gym over the course of one day because I had like a shitty breakup or whatever this guy's trying to do.
You can ask the flowers. I sit for hours telling all the bluebirds.
TikTok makes you feel like you can just go from 0 to 100 and completely like tunnel vision lock in on your goals. The reality is burnout is a thing. And I hate to be that guy, but social media is making this a whole lot worse because it rewards people for being extreme, whether you're extreme in the good or extreme in the bad.¬ Think about like your average kick streamer or like Mr. Piss Air. The guy's living in filth and it's disgusting, but he's at like 1 million TikTok followers. And then you look on the other side of the spectrum where all of these alpha males are spewing garbage while pointing at their Lamborghinis.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
Which I have already made a video about. Check that out, top link in the description. So imagine if all of these top 1%ers, alpha males, whatever, are all over your timeline. They're showing off their extreme lifestyles with private jets, Lamborghinis, hotels in Dubai. Chances are you watching this right now do not have a Lamborghini. So it makes you feel like you're falling behind because they have Lamborghinis and you don't. And because this is social media, they choose what they want to post. So obviously they're not going to show the one day that they decided to sleep in, or the one day they didn't go to the gym, or any day that they slacked off. Then again, there is the other possibility that these alpha male chuds are just faking all of it.
Financial freedom doesn't come overnight. Just last year, I lived in an LG fridge, 4x4. I had no money to my name. Today, I purchased my first $20 million mansion. It's not about how hard you work, it's about how hard you are while you're working.
Which is probably what most of them do, let's be honest. If they're telling you to buy a course, which just tells you to make a course yourself so you can sell it to other people, they're probably faking it. Because what kind of a nut job decides to pay for a course where you get told to make a course and sell it to other people, where in your course, you do the exact same thing? That's literally a pyramid scheme. Another thing these guys like to spew is that they're escaping the rat race. They're gonna be free from the shackles of society.
Look around you. Millions of people wake up every day and follow the exact same routine, and no one ever stops to question it. You spend years in school preparing for a job you might not even want. Then you work from morning to evening, 5 days a week, for the next 40 years.
Before I say what I'm about to say, I just want to say that I've never actually had a full-time job before. I've only been to school. So what I say might be a bit wrong, but this feels a bit dramatic. Like using school as an example, there were some pretty miserable times where I did feel like I was just doing the same repetitive, monotonous tasks over and over again. But among all the bad times, there were good times of socializing, being with friends, things like that. And other things that you would do outside of school, like hobbies, sports. At least that's how school was. I'm not sure if work is any different. I guess it would be because you spend more time at work. But the main point I want to make here is that having a 9-to-5 job guarantees payment. You work your job, you do what you're supposed to, and you get paid at the end of the month. You are guaranteed that pay. Of course, you could get laid off, you could get fired, something could happen. The company could even go bust or something. But as long as you are in that job, you are guaranteed to get money. When you follow this dream of making 10K a month and becoming an alpha male online, you aren't guaranteed shit. And I guess that's a risk that you need to take on. And if you're willing to, then by all means, go for it. It's just that it feels like both routes are hell because you're gonna have to be working as hard as you can for both, and it's just that one has guaranteed payment and one doesn't. One has an insane amount of risk and the other doesn't. So to recap, being rich and building a business before your brain fully develops at the age of 25 or something is what everybody needs to be doing. And if not, you're a bum or a loser, at least according to the reels that I've been seeing. But the truth is, it's not that black and white. You can have an in-between and just be a normal human being. You can just be a regular functioning member of society without being a bum or a loser, or without being a top 1% millionaire by the age of 25. Because I'm gonna be honest, not everybody can do it, because it's just not a feasible thing. There's a reason they're called the top 1%, because not everybody's gonna make it there. Of course, it's good to have goals and it's good to achieve what you want to in life. I mean, I want to have more subscribers than Mr. Beast by the end of the week, so drop a sub, it'll help. And then we move on to the idea that people need to be normal. Society would not run if everybody was selling courses online from Dubai. There are just some jobs which aren't glamorous, which don't seem amazing to do, but people do them anyway because they have to. And even besides that, there are some people who actually enjoy their 9-to-5s. And this might be a hot take, but I would rather live the stable life knowing that I'm guaranteed money at the end of the month, rather than chasing a dream of maybe making 10K a month, maybe seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, because there is literally no guarantee that you will.
And Monte keep it on him, he done drop niggas. And we be wildin', he some hot nigga. Told only get busy with the clocks, nigga. Try to run down and you can catch a shot, nigga. Running through these checks until I pass out. Shorty give me neck
And this is a perfect example of how you can chase a dream of yours while having the stable lifestyle. You know, no one ever said you couldn't do both. That was never like in the playbook. And there are so many videos like this of like guys that are like 20 something years old and they're like, join me on my 9 to 5 working in finance or tech or something like that. Like here, this guy's 23. This guy's 23 as well, but this time he's getting flamed in the comments for literally no reason. This guy's 25 and he's working in tech. And one thing that really like pisses me off is comments like this, which I found under this video. I'm not trying to convince anyone, but AI dropshipping changed how I see money, and my future 6K right now, 9 to 5 is not for me. You can't start with not trying to convince anybody and then immediately going like, hey, I made a hell of money here. You know, we're rolling in trucks. We're rolling in dough right now. But I'm not trying to convince you to do anything. So to summarize the entire video, it's good to have balance in your life. It's good to have goals in your life. It's good to know how much to push yourself. And it's good to not let these social media alpha male guys renting out Airbnbs and Lamborghinis get to you. Just assume everything is fake. That's what I do. Everything is fake. Every car is rented. Every house is rented. Every hotel room has been booked for a day. Every watch is rented. And you know what? The AI. Every video is AI. Just trust me, it makes life a whole lot better. But with that, the video is over. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.